New this morning, parenting, it's tough. A lot of people waking up with the kiddos early right now. We all know it. Play dates and playgrounds can be full of landmines when it comes to disciplining your child.
Right, but what about when someone else's child is acting up? WPTV News Channel 5's Tori Dunnan has more on that.
Have you ever been on a play date or at the playground and you find yourself in an awkward situation when someone else's kid does something wrong? Do you step in and say something? Do you say something to the parents? It can get confusing, so we went to the experts to find out. Kid play, full of fun and sometimes fights. What do?
You want to fade out of just, we don't do that, you don't push my child, that's not acceptable, we're not playing with you, and then dragging the kid away.
It's a three-step process.
To first model the behavior that we want them to engage in, and then encouraging them to do it with us so that they can, say it to the other kid. If you're like, use your words, tell them you don't like being pushed. And then the last part is giving them a chance to actually problem solve on their own.
Occupational therapist Shannon Vizentine says you don't know if the other child is on the spectrum.
We can't just make that assumption that it's just out of an aggression or an aggressive behavior. They actually might not really know how hard they're pushing, or they haven't been taught. So we can't just assume it's just a mean thing.
This Delray Beach mom tries to model good behavior.
My child is looking at my reaction, how I'm going to react as well. But it's an opportunity to show him the proper behaviors.
Experts say don't engage other parents. Often it's not fruitful.
Because then it becomes about you and them.
So what's a nice way of saying it if you feel like you have to?
Being like, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but your kid's hitting all the other kids. Like, heads up.
Tori Dunnan, WPTV News Channel 5.